Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Maranai to the island.
Good morning, Franz, and good morning to Necromancer and Maranai. Necromancer, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Maranai. I appreciate it as always. You really do love your Necrocon, don't you? Got Tesla next to me eating stuff. I was doing some research last night. Necromancer is amazing. Necromancer wants me to draw more eggs. In reference, Mara and I, we redid our very first practice piece that I did when coming back to streaming. And it was the egg. So we repainted the egg picture. Our very, very first practice. I guess this means I'll have to do the banana next. Don't worry, I won't do the banana. The banana painting was really bad. Like I didn't even finish it properly. I looked at that carpet and I was like, nah, bro. I have like the case of the morning voice real bad today. Gotta give Tesla a little pet. Make sure he stays eating. The mic is on, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was, I knew there would be improvement. I didn't think there would be this much improvement. We need to redo each one. You want me to redo all of the clouds on that one cloud picture too? I think that's getting a little excessive, don't you? Cause like, there's the banane. I just gave up after a while. Every fluffy poof. Necromancer never wants his commission to be finished. Because he wants me to redo this one too. This one was really difficult to do. It got to a point where I was like, this is close enough. Because it was more about the light and color than it was about the clouds themselves. What a bird nest with egg. We do have a bird picture. We didn't finish it, actually. We could finish the bird, too. It's mostly all like goddamn berries. Berries and little strings, or little stems. Oh, clouds are so hard. And like, I have a few that are set up and ready to go as well. So there's this one that I would like to do. And for fantasy, I would like to do some horses, because I've actually never drawn a horse before. Uh, just kind of strange. And of course, flamingos, because it's me. Look at that wonky ass neck. I have to be careful because there's some things in this folder that I cannot open on Twitch. But there's probably 5 or 6. There's 10 or so of these. 11. 12. I have set up that I would like to do. There's this one too. This picture is weird because, like, it doesn't have a lot of contrast, but at the same time it still does. And I think it's gonna screw with me. Flamingos are white. They're only pink because of all the shrimp and stuff they eat. The krill. I don't know whether this picture is real or not. I mean, it probably is, because I don't think an AI would be able to do the crystallized pine needles like that. So it's probably real. Anyways, I do have to do a lot more work on this stuff, so we'll probably, work on that. Flamingos are white, and flamingos are also extremophiles, which is wild. Tesla! Don't have your bath yet, you haven't finished eating. There's Cat. He's gonna be so happy when he can just graze all day. You're here! Welcome! Good morning, friend! If you feed a flamingo food coloring, would they turn a different color? Probably. I don't understand. I think it's like keratin. If you eat too many carrots, you will start to turn orange. Don't tell that to Donald Trump. I mean, this man loves being orange. Fantasy, you missed the horse picture. One of the practice pieces that I want to do. And one of the other practice pieces that I want to do. And this other practice piece that I want to do. This one contains dogs and 2 horses. Wow. Because I've never drawn a horse in my life that I'm aware of. Yes, big horse. Beautiful big horse. Ah, the temptation to continue this. I did that background without the blur tool. I painted that blurriness, which is kind of mad. Sounded the same. Well, this is the one that we're working on right now, as well as Necromancer's Peace. So this one is a gift, and this one is a commission. Oh, my river's breaking in. Put that away. Nugget, come here. Eat the rest of your food. Now River won't be able to break in. Still feeling sick and scared that I might need to cancel the Viking market tomorrow. Well, what you do is you get lots of rest today and see how you're feeling tomorrow. I think for this picture, I forgot to turn the jewelry back on. For this picture, what's left to do? We've got the background, we've fixed the tail, now we just need to detail the tail. I would love it if you introduced me to another weird animal. I've recently been reintroduced to the Patoo, which is a silly Muppet looking bird. So yeah, I think we're going to work on the smoke today. We've got to detail the jewelry. I've got to brighten the other wing. Finish the wing texture. And then I want to do, probably, I'm tempted to do a rose detail on the skirt, but at the same time, maybe I should do it on the corset instead. The Binturong. I have heard of this creature. We have a meta today. Till Comp comes and brings us their meta of the week, which we didn't do at all this week. Yes, this creature. I love it. The Binturong is a silly thing. They're like a weird... They smell like popcorn? Oh my lord. This silly creature, it's like a cross between a possum and a raccoon. And a tiny bear with extremely fluffy ears. I love them. Nature is truly amazing. They bring us things like flamingos and patoos, binturongs, and the vichaka. Vichacha? Vichacha. That weird, grumpy ass looking rabbit thing. I think it's the vichaka. I hate the name of that thing. Yes, the Binturong. Thank you for introducing us to this popcorn man. They look like they're sniffing for some popcorn. Nugget, what are you doing? You're destroying the end of my bed? I don't know what you're gonna do when I move home, because that bed isn't gonna exist anymore. You're not gonna have any cloth. They smell like popcorn. That is wild. I would go insane. You see, I can't eat popcorn. I love popcorn. Oh, holy shit, do I love corn. But, oh my lord. Corn does not love me. I love corn soup. I love popcorn. I love corn pops. I just love corn. And I get a headache every time I eat it. It's such a bad headache. I need to find some like heritage corn and grow that and see if it's like the Monsanto like GMO gross ass corn that's causing me the problems. I need some like homegrown, you know, pesticide free, Roundup free, natural corn. See if I get sick from that. It's like Neff and his potential problems with food if it's like there's a problem with eggs. And speaking of Neff, I gotta take my medicine. Med reminder, everybody. If you have maracas to take, you should take them. Don't forget your pills. Ah! Dwarf, thank you. I was in the middle of drinking. That could have been dangerous. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have a hydrate and a posture check from Dwarf. Nice little sippies of the coffee. I really wanted coffee this morning, so I made myself a cafe mocha. Tesla, do you want out now? Okay, hold on. I gotta let Tesla out. Put the rest of his kibble away. He always jumps up onto my bed like he's gonna eat some more, but at this point, I've gotten him 3 times. Listen, Nugget, you have to actually eat your food when I leave you here. Okay, now he's fucking eating. This cat, guys. I think once he learns that he can just eat whatever in my parents' place, it'll be much better. He won't have the other kittens to compete with. He'll just be my lonely old man cat, and I feel bad for him because he's never been without a clouder. He's being a snuggly ass little bastard now. Alright, I'm gonna put his food away and I'll be right back. See you later, Nugget. We returned. How you doing this morning, Dwarf? Hope you're good. Alright. Let's actually do some work today. I was watching some art tutorials on YouTube and I was starting to feel really motivated. Just chilling? Chilling is great. Okay. I have so many variations of this picture now. Like, this is what we started with when I came back from Conquest. It looks so bad in comparison to what it looks like now. So for one, the proportions are a lot better. Eventually I'll merge the jewelry down, because I've gotten into the habit of working on just one layer. Yeah, getting into the habit of working on just one layer is really really changed how I do a lot of drawings and how I approach a lot of things. I use basically one brush for 95% of the picture. I always wish my streams were more exciting, but I'm like, I don't know how to make this process more exciting. Because you can go to Zio's stream and he's got like, you know, there's 17 people watching, but I also stream early in the morning. So maybe I just chose hard mode again. I don't know. Oh, these streams in the afternoon, but like I don't want to compete with the entirety of the universe for people coming and chilling. And I get so much more done in my day if I start in the morning. I just need more people that want Chill Morning Vibes Fantasy. Or I need to be faster at art and take on more clients in order to make this sustainable. Like I have to think about it from the perspective of, you know, reality. Because if I end up working at like a grocery store part-time, I won't be able to keep a schedule because they usually just, you know, schedule you whenever, because part-time workers get treated like garbage. But I will be reapplying for the one government organization that I had always wanted to work for in terms of government organizations when I get back to Ottawa, because that's where that one is located. And last time I applied to them, they're like, you need a university degree. So I went and got a university degree. And then I didn't live in a place where I could work for them. Posting stream in the regulars. Everybody on the regular server knows that I stream at 9 o'clock in the morning. If they're not showing up by now, posting every morning that I'm live is not going to make much of a difference. I mean, at most I would probably post a skill tree, which is what I should probably do, because that's where the largest group of people is that has potential new viewers. So I'll at least post it to Skill Tree and maybe this one other server. Know where it is by now on my list. There. I've done a rare posting. It's not that, like, I want a huge amount of viewers, but, like, I have to consider it from a sustainability perspective, right? Like, if I want to make Larptown, I have to make money. And lots of it. and I was, Aki, good morning! Thanks for the hydrate. I was, perusing YouTube last night when I couldn't sleep, and watching some art tutorials, and I found Inkwell's content. I don't know the artist's actual name, but he goes by Inkwell. And he paints in a similar way to what I do, where he does color blocking. And, like, his paintings are beautiful, and I just need to be faster, honestly. But, like, he's trained as an oil painter. The same with, like, Evan is also a trained painter. I am completely untrained. I've just learned how to do this from years of experience. But, like, Inkwell stuff is truly amazing. And the guy makes quite a bit of money doing fan art and going to conventions and stuff in the US. And I'm like, but I don't do fan art, right? Maybe I should, but I don't enjoy it. That's the problem. I don't enjoy fan art. And then, like, if I start going to conventions, then I have to take time away from streaming. And I don't want to do that either, because I really enjoy streaming. And I'm having a pretty good morning. I'm a little bit tired, Mackie, but thank you for asking. Clean up these wings now. I linked a couple of Inkwell's talks in Arting on the Discord. This stuff is pretty beautiful. Theoretically, I could have done this painting in 3 layers. But, I don't know, maybe I'm a masochist and I like to just do everything in one. I just got used to doing everything in 1 layer, and I'm kind of stuck with it. Sounded like a gunshot. What? Just visible concern. Let me take a quick look-see out my window. Yeah, no, you don't live in the US. Yeah, right. Well, there isn't panic outside, so clearly it's fine. Oh, the trees have started turning. The thing about living high up is you get to see the tops of the trees. There isn't panic, so I think we're good. Crow says, hello, hello, Crow. Crow should come by and hang out. Man, Adrian's been messaging me. He's been chatting with me and I'm like, please hydrate. God, it's become so automatic to pick up that cup. Pavlovian response here. This is way, way back in the smoke. love how this whole smoke thing stemmed from me just like having to quickly repaint the tail in somewhere. And I was like, that's a cool effect. Let's run with that. Start seeing a little bit more ridge lighting. Towards the middle. More extreme shadows and highlights. Because that's where most of the light is from. I'm gonna have to find another big work to do after I finish this one. Bam. I'm gonna be a bit sad to finish this one. I know some artists are like, man, I've been working on this commission so long that I hate it. And I'm like, that ain't me, bro. I feel like the longer I work on something, the better it gets, but also like, I do need to finish things at some point. I have a bad habit of not finishing things. I tend to only finish things for clients, really. Necromancer, you know any other rich people that want me to draw saucy cubie? Can't work on things forever, that's alright. Not really. I'll have to find someone. Find someone who wants actual art. I mean, some AI bot's probably already stealing my painting process by watching my videos. in order to train itself on how to do a process video for a painting. I hope it fucks up that AI. Have you seen those ones that will mimic the drawing process? Or at least attempt to? Badly. They're scary. And they're only getting better. Like, they're bad right now, but, like, that's the worst that tech is gonna be. There's been an artist who's been banned from, I think it's either San Diego Comic-Con or AX, because it was found they were using AI for their artwork, and then they were doing a scam where, like, the girl would be on vacation and the boyfriend would be running her booth, which is also against their policies. So they've been permanently banned from the convention circuit. And then there's this other guy who's like worked on that Disney trading card game. I want more flow with these. Too static. And like he'll sign over other artists' stuff, and he uses AI to like enhance his backgrounds and whatnot, so he's just too lazy to paint proper backgrounds. Like, he'll sign over other artists' work as if it's his own. It's so gross. Even Disney has blacklisted him. My husband was saying AI might be starting its downswing. Oh yeah, it is. It really is. You see, what's been happening is the AI is, like, it's starting to train off itself because there's so much of it, and people are using it so much, it's training off itself and poisoning itself with its own bad works. that's freaking hilarious, man. I love it. Love to see it. Destroy yourself. You're hubris. Think you can replace real artists? Well... the artists who didn't give up will be the ones on top, I think. And I only get better every single day. And I'm proud of the fact that I didn't, you know, fall into the trap of, oh, you know, it's useless. I can't fight against the machine. I'm glad I didn't do that. It's like the whole NFT thing, like, it was such a big hype, and it's just, you never hear about it anymore. And it's all these crypto bros now, like, slowly, silently just cheating each other out of money. That one dude I was just talking about with the Disney art, he was also creating NFTs of Disney's properties as well. And when Disney finds out about that, oh, be juicy. I don't often, enjoy the downfall of people, but, arrogant pricks who think they can steal the work of others, I'm just like, yeah, you need to go to hell. Enjoy being sued into oblivion. Yup, hence juicy. What's going on in there? But it's a case of you reap what you sow. He's already blacklisted from Disney, so once they find out he's making AI of their IP, ooh, buddy, and NFTs of their IP and selling it, like holy crap. I have absolutely zero sympathy or empathy for grifters. They're just criminals. And while I don't like Disney because, they tend to be a little trigger happy with the suing, and they definitely quash competition for sure. And I'm just generally against big corpos. I also disagree with people grifting other artists' work. And I think IP protection is very important, whether you're big or small. Small artists should be granted as many protections as Disney has. And Disney's just the one who has the money to fight for precedent, right? Small artists don't have that luxury. That's why sometimes having really big players in your industry can be good. As long as you don't allow them to take over everything, I think finding a balance between big and small is the best way to do things. It's also those really big studios that employ so many people that otherwise would be, starving for work as artists, because we can't all be, the same kind of artist. back later. I need to go to the store. Enjoy your trip. Make new friends. Go safely. Neff hasn't shown up today. I wonder where he is. I always get really worried when certain people don't show up. Trying to figure out the motion of the smoke around here. Smoke is such a strangely volatile thing. You get some of the weirdest shapes. I think it's very quickly becoming one of my more favorite things to paint too. Well, I think the wind has started. Get rid of pink here. It's supposed to be heckin' windy today. Fantasy's supposed to be resting. Why is she going to the store? Fantasy needs to rest. Somebody make her chicken soup. She wants to go to her Viking market. She has to. She needs to rest. Just see in the hallway out of the corner of my eye, this cat just suddenly leap off into nowhere out of my peripheral vision. It's like, oh, there he goes. It feels like her tail like swished through the smoke here and has really stirred it up on the side, maybe a little bit too much. We'll continue with the rest of it. See where it goes. know I'm working really tiny, I'm sorry. Ah, too far. It's just easier for me to get the form of the flow when it's smaller like that, when I go in and paint the detail. RJ Boss, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not too late to set my demons straight. A rhyming guy. Hello. How you doing? First time chatter. Welcome, welcome, hi. We're working on a commission piece today. You said, I hope I'm not too late. I thought you were that one friend of mine who keeps forgetting what his account is. He keeps making new ones. I was like, wait, is this someone I know? Should I know this person? Did I panic? Oh, that's you? You just keep creating new accounts? But are you really that guy? Should be able to tell me what your name is. What your usual name is. That's the real test. They call me RJ. So you're not actually that one. Nice to meet you, RJ. Welcome. Welcome to the islands. We are Chill Vibes morning streamer. The eastern part of Canada. I hate everything that I have just done in like the last minute or so. Except for that part. It's right about here where things went off the rails. Yes, I am Sayaka. I am a Demora, which is my own species that I created for a LARP that I go to in Germany. From Canada. I go far for my games. And I mostly do art, but I have a little bit of variety here and there, some co-working, and a little bit of gaming. Occasionally Minecraft, sometimes Palia. I haven't done those in a little bit, because I'm a little bit backed up on my art. But we do a lot of painting processes. Yesterday, we redid a special practice piece, which was one of the first pieces I did on Twitch, where we painted some eggs. So, left is the photo, right is the practice. The top one's from 2004, 2024. Sorry. Sometimes time traveling is difficult. And the other one is from today. And this is just sort of an improvement meme. Draw it again meme. Otherwise, we're chill vibes. We sometimes get into politics, but we try not to. Sometimes we rage about AI art. I mean AI images. Because it's not art. AI is not art. But yes, a simple egg. The new version took about 2.5 hours. We're faffing about. But the improvement is cleared. Uh, this exercise is this exercise, or should I say, is a very important foundational exercise for artists. It teaches you about light and color. One thing I learned about myself when I started doing these is that my lights are not light enough and my darks are not dark enough. And clearly I lacked technique in the very beginning as well. And I have learned tremendously since then. And so I recommend this exercise to anyone who actually wants to do art, whether you're doing it digitally or with paint, is you get a still life and you replicate it. And in the case of painters, it's more difficult because you gotta like mix your colors and stuff. But for digital artists, you can't select the color from the picture. You must select the color from the color wheel only, and what you mix on your palette or your canvas. And it's shockingly difficult. Now, for special gift pieces, like the one I'm doing here, I select directly from the picture because I know I can select from the color wheel myself. And I do occasionally. But this one is a piece I've been working on for about a week and a half now. Oh, actually, almost 2 weeks. As a gift for the people that run my camp at the LARP that I go to. So these people are Kit and Maddie from the Skill Tree YouTube channel. And I did one of... back to my folder. Apparently I can't find it. Where have I put it? Bale likes to disappear. I did one of Bale the week before last. I was trying a couple of different painting techniques and possible brushes for this one, but inevitably I ended up going back to what I was using before. And like, I still see problems with this one, but we're not gonna change it now that it's signed. Once it's signed, we don't change it. Those are my rules. So, and unless of course I have the word whip in it, in which case, this is an older practice piece that we need to finish. So it's just open in my file. And this was the second exercise, which was a banana, which people are trying to convince me to redo, like the egg. And I'm very tempted. I am so tempted. But I also want to work on Necromancer's piece, so. I just felt inspired to draw smoke today. We still have a lot of work to do on this painting. Mostly the colors are getting in there, but we've got a lot to do, as you can see. Once you get up close, you start to see where things are still messy on, like, the skin, especially on the shoes and the feet. Those are definitely not done. Hands, definitely not done. Jewelry has been slapped on for now. Havarti is asleep, it would seem. Havarti, wake up! I don't know what's wrong with this stupid bot. I'm gonna find a better TTS bot because the one Sai gave me just does not work. Havarti, you're gonna be to party if you don't work. Oh, Necromancer, I wanted to ask your opinion since you're here. Do you want me to do, kind of a rose pattern, like on Maddie's skirt here? On her skirt or her corset? Because I feel like it's not going to show up as much on the skirt because there's so many folds. And I worry it's just going to look kind of messy. But the corset also needs something. And I could do like a Damascus pattern. Damask pattern, sorry. It's like a scroll work kind of thing. Yeah, you agree, the corset needs something, right? And I don't want to give her like a necklace because I don't want to... I don't know. maybe her neck needs something, but it definitely needs better painting. There's definitely more to do in the skin department there. Definitely better highlights and shadows. I mean, there's going to be the lace around the top of the corset. Anything on the bottom of the corset would already be hidden by the folds of the skirt. I need to fix this one down here too. This other fold is just kind of weird. I think it lacks shadow. Let's see what happens if I add in. Definitely needed something there. Look at that. Just cleans it right up. Ridge-like fabric. Too much. One of the things I love most about painting and art is like the most minute change can really bring something to life, especially in the case with like the smoke and whatnot. That looks dead. That I just love going back to that one before that I stopped on before I came back from Gone West. Making her tail smaller definitely really helped with proportions of the picture. Can you imagine if this was what you ended up with, Necromancer? I would be so disappointed in myself as an artist. Oh god. Nugget. Sit rabbits. Come here, Nuggies. Oh, it's kitten time. We gotta zoom in at least a little bit. Get that thumbnail while we have cat time. Little baby nuggets. Oh, it's my Tesla. Got an eye goop. This kitten constantly has eye goops. All sorts of stuff stuck in his weird mega claw. Oh, there's a sharp thing. We get some birds, maybe? Yeah. He isn't purring yet. We gotta work him up to it. Theogram! Thank you for the hydrate. Good morning, friend. A hydrate and a posture check. Everybody on shrimpline spines. Give your neck a little stretch. Wiggle back and forth slowly. Seaweed in the ocean currents. I've got Tesla in my arms right now. How you doing? I wanted to raid you yesterday, but I ended up stopping just shortly before you got on. Hold on, I gotta trim Tesla here. His mega claw's being weird. Yeah, buddy, I know you don't like it. But you always feel better after I take out that weird chunk from between your mega claw. It always feels better, doesn't it? Here you go, buddy. There, no more trimming. You're done. You poor bean. Trying to be a tad more responsible in the mornings. I've been lurking your streams too much. Miss chatting. Aw. There. Tesla's trimmed. He should have some relief in his mega claw. Such a tiny baby. He doesn't want to purr into the microphone. Maybe he doesn't like the smell of the microphone or something. He don't like it. It's hard to get him to purr for the microphone. The others are easy to deal with, but Tesla on the other end, he's just like, nah. Get me an account on only meows, I might. He's been a lot more snuggly lately. And I think that's because the temperature's finally starting to cool off around here. ready to go, bud? Okay. Here's your crab. Go play with that. I feel I need to illustrate the Mega Claw. Sort of random doodles. So Tesla has Syndactyly, so he only has 3 beans, but one of his beans, his middle bean, is a double bean, and then it's got it's hard to explain, but he's got 2 claws that grow out together as sort of one claw. So it's got 1 claw on this one, and 1 claw on this one. And right here in the middle, the claw grows together. And so when the sheaths come off, as the claw grows, the sheaths here, they just build up into a big chunk, and it slowly pushes his claws out this way, which is squeezing everything out further, and I'm pretty sure that hurts like a bitch, because those are his bones that have fused together. Just draw little bones for illustration. But yeah, those are his bones that have basically fused together here. And so it's slowly pushing them apart. And so every once in a while, when I trim his Mega Claw, I pull out like this big chunk, and I just toss it away. Dwarf going grabbing Zeo. That face, man. But yeah, so when I talk about trimming Tesla's Mega Claw and like pulling fluff out of it, because fluff is always getting stuck in it too. He's always got like lint or fur or crap, sometimes literally stuck in his claws. Oops. I accidentally drew that on the wrong layer. Or no. I'm just gonna do this. Merge that down. So that if I need to talk about Tesla's claws again, turn on that one layer just to do stuff, and then what's this? Oh, that's an extra head. Oh god, we're getting rid of that. Yep, that layer can go. What's this? This is the rest of the jewelry. What's this layer? It's the claws. Potential claws. I feel like they detract from her hands now. I'm not sure. I feel like her upper arms are too long. It's bothering me. But I'm not sure, and I'm like, I don't want to change it. Oh, my cat, he has fused bones. So his paw looks kind of like this. So his center beans are fused together and they're growing out together. And when they lose the sheath, when they lose the sheath off the sides, it just builds up in the middle, and it slowly pushes the claw and the bones away from one another. And I can only guess that it hurts like a bitch after a while because, well, it's like having your bones slowly pulled apart over time. So every once in a while, when I clip his claws, I'm able to like pull out all of that extra sheath material from his claws. Yeah, his beans have fused together. So his beans have fused together like this. So on his front paws, his beans have fused together, but on his back paws, so this is so on his back paws, he just has 3 beans. And like normal kitty pads. But he has a back dew claw. So he has another bean. Like, you know, you've got the cat paw and you know their beans are here. And how like their front paws have like a thumb with another little claw on it. He has that little thumb bean on his back legs that other cats don't. Yeah. Yep. He has 3 beans instead of 4. So when I refer to Tesla as a 3-bean salad, now you know why. But it's a condition called syndactyly, where the specifically the bones in the hands are fused, or the bones in the hands or feet. In this case, he only has syndactyly in his front paws, syndactyly is the opposite of polydactyl, where the cat can have 5 or 6 beans. Fantasy's a little bit sicky today. And then she went to the store. And I'm wondering why she went to the store when she's sicky and needs to rest. But yes, that is my cat. He's a 3-bean salad. He's weird and I love him. I have the hiccups. This is what happens when I talk and drink coffee. I get the hiccups really easily. What do you think of our smoke, Zio? We've been working really hard on it. Yes. Yes, a cat version in opposite to Fort Pines. Getting sick again, feeling so tired, I need food and some other stuff. Got 100% honey from the health store. Nice. If I ever get to keep bees, I'll try to send you some honey. It's definitely uncommon. It's more common for cats to have polydactyly than it is syndactyly. Yeah, Tesla is a weird nugget, and I love him to bits. He's my special baby. In some instances, in regards, he's the reason I'm still around. Because I was like, well, I adopted this bean, and I have to take responsibility for him. I'm his mama, so I can't leave him. When I was going through some of my darker ages, the dark age. He's pretty special to me. My mom basically paid for him. When my dad found out, he was so mad. Because he thinks pets are too much responsibility. They prevent you from going away because you have to find a sitter or lodge them, and then when they get sick, you have to pay too much to take care of them. But then he saw how happy my cat made me, and I think he's accepted the fact that I'm one of those people that needs a pet in order to just be happy. Tesla is actually my first pet. Until now, or until I got him, I had only ever had fish and some turtles when I was a kid. Normal store has honey, but it's 80%. The rest is just sugar. Yeah, in Canada, I think they call the honey pure honey, but I really don't think it is, to be honest. And don't worry, I'm better now, as well. I don't have as much of the depressions anymore, as long as I take my meds. I'm usually pretty good. Some days I have bad times, but that's inevitable. That's just life, is having bad times. My medicine just helps me regulate so that I have less bad times than I normally would. And for me, that normal is like way too many. Because there's just something a little bit broken in my brain chemicals. My brain soup is gone rotten. So, I have to take medicine to make my brain soup better. Good soup. I got good soup now. It's good soup. I have a friend at the LARP I go to who likes the way I say soup. fantasy, you can always decide tomorrow, right? You can always wake up tomorrow and decide whether you're too sick to go then, rather than cancel it today and then wake up and be like, oh, I'm feeling great. Too bad I'm missing my Viking market. Unless people are like going really out of the way to like pick you up and take you there, I would say just wait and see. Get lots of rest today and see what tomorrow brings. Man, this smoke is looking so good. Weep whoop whoop. Weep whoop. Gotta figure out how this tail end works. The tail end of things. Don't worry, this is not a separate layer. I'm gonna get the curve right. And I knew it wasn't. It's driving me nuts. Weep up. That looks so much better. It's a long drive. It's almost at the Swedish border. My friend's picking up. We have to go really early. And the CO stream due to my new bedtime thing. Can't watch them. Well, you could always watch his VODs. How do you write a fight where one character doesn't want to hurt the other? That largely depends. It largely depends on the kind of fight. Is it a verbal altercation? Is it a sword fight? Is it a boxing match? That'll dictate how you approach it. Are there spectators? Do they have magical skills? is the problem with time zones, man. I am so jazzed about how far this has come. Ah! It makes me so happy to see that change. Even from just like last week. This is the difference between this week and last week. Fixing the tail really helped a lot too. Fist fighting was under 9 centers, a lot stronger than the other one. Knocks him out by hitting on one spot. Kira! Good morning! Or time zone approved greetings, depending on where you're from. Tag to you. Haha, German joke. Well, if the one who doesn't want to hurt the other is the smaller one, you could do a lot of, like, avoidance. Eastern Standard. Awesome. I like the husky emotes, those are cute. Mathis, hello. Is Tesla chasing you? And by chasing, I mean slowly walking up behind you. Mathis? What the hell? All he did was walk up to you. First time chatter. How you doing? The check-in man. You just checking in? Checking us out? I think we're doing good, check-in man. Thanks for checking us up. Checking up on us? Language. Apparently I'm just having a stroke. Good timing. This mom was under the influence. Doesn't think straight. Even you draw the emotes. That's cute. Yeah, I'm apparently supposed to draw some emotes for someone. I think it's Sean the Weirdo. He needs some emotes. But I've never drawn a sloth before. Tesla. Mathis, don't hiss at Tesla. He was being good for once. What? Huskies, bark bark. So, Nameless does this thing. He calls dogs bark barks. Like, he knows they're dogs now, but he couldn't remember the word for it. So, like, last year when I went to Conquest, he was still exploring how to speak again, because he just basically didn't speak. Thank you, the check-in man, for checking in, man. I was having fun with it and just playing up the fact that he couldn't remember certain words. And he couldn't remember the word for dog, so I called it a bark bark. Because people bring lots of dogs to Conquest. Although there was somebody who brought, like, an actual parrot, like one of those rainbow macaws last year. Not last year, but, like, this year. This year the event has passed, so it's technically a last year, but it's only been a month. You gotta call it a bark bark? Yep. Okay, now Tesla's being bad. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Tesla's... I'm gonna fight you, meow. Gonna do it again. Tesla. Just waiting for it. Literally drawing a great-eared nightjar from a PNG avatar. Nice. Tesla. Tesla. Here's your crab. Play with your crab. Throw a literal crab at my cat. Here, play with this. Meow. Was it you that recommended the nightjar, or was it Puma that recommended the nightjar the other day for bird types? My Kofifi is gone. I'm gonna grab something else to drink. I'll be right back. Tesla is presently in air jail. He started a fight with Mathis. Air jail for you, kitten. Hi. He just looks so confused when I pick him up like this. Yeah, because I know it's recommended a nightjar as one of the options, but I think I'm gonna go with the Shrike that Puma initially suggested, because it impales their victims on sticks, and I want to have like really long sharp claws as my quote-unquote weapon, ones that hide up in my sleeves. There, you got some rare Tesla purrs. Wow. You're famous, Nugget. Did you know that? Did you know that? You don't even know what that is. You're a cat. I'm just holding Tesla and holding his paw to warm it up a little bit. Because I think just holding his paws seems to help him relax. So that case where, like, if your knee is sore and somebody with, like, really good body heat puts their hand on your knee and just rests it there, it feels so good after a few moments. Because I'm pretty sure Tesla has arthritis. I know when I have something warm on my arthritic bones and my sore joints, oh god, it feels so good. Especially if it's like a slight pressure, just ever so slight. Feels so good. He's probably starting a fight with Mathis because he's feeling a bit frisky now that he's got that stuff out from between his mega claw. Alright, we have a new drink. And we're gonna have a snack. So it's chat time! I feel like my stream title is not appropriate anymore. It was very EP when I started. But we got a lot done. And we're only 2 hours in. So much done. I feel like the check-in man just checked in and then he checked out. He checked in and he checked out. I don't know whether these are bots or not, but, like, we get people like that sometimes. They just, like, go from stream to stream and just spread strange joy. Like Avid Carpet Enjoyer, he came and ate all of the nation's carpets. All of our fancy carpets, that is, because the R word doesn't exist. It's not allowed to be said. Rugs are just fancy carpets. He never came back. He followed, but he never came back. Maybe we haven't had enough fancy carpets made again. If I knew how to make carpets, or rather fancy carpets, I would design a fancy carpet just for Nameless. Sorry, I'm also having a snack, which is why I'm not drawing right now. Yum. I think I still need to do a little bit more work on the the tail base here. I assume you're eating something. I really need to get out of bed to do the same. Make healthier choices than I did. I'm eating an ice cream sandwich. Again. But yes, breakfast is good. I always eat breakfast and generally try and make it like a protein so it lasts nice and long into the day. Protein. I'll probably eat oatmeal. You put peanut butter in your oatmeal? Like, I can understand honey, but peanut butter? Ah, but it's not the right kind of protein. Matters where you get your calories from, too. Says the person eating an ice cream sandwich for breakfast. Do as I say, not as I do. Yes, you're free to judge me. Scorn and disappointment. I'm a demon. I can break the rules. It's fine, it's fine. I struggle a lot with eating enough. I struggle a lot with eating properly. That's my problem. I don't eat properly. It is what a fate. Also don't get enough exercise. I need to take more care with that too. But I'll be getting a lot more when I move home. So there's that at least. I'm a sick half troll and now I get some easy food to make. Not the most healthy. That's what my energy allows. Yeah. The first time in 2 years. And only for 1 day apparently. It might be a little bit longer, but my biology has decided to kick me in the and the organs. I don't know how I feel about that because I hate it. I am suffering a little bit today. It's tolerable, but yesterday I was just like, I was so sick last night when I woke up. Yeah, my biology's just kind of fucked, honestly. I don't know what to do about it. Sometimes it just happens. It's just like, oh, hello, yep, you're still a biological female. Congratulations. You're not a potato today. Genderless being. But I suppose it's good because if you're a female and you don't get it, then you can get some pretty serious cancers. I don't want cancer. Thank you. I mean, it'll be inevitable. I've gotta die of something. For me, it's probably gonna be either cancer or a stroke. Weep wop whoop. Weep whoop. Oh, the sounds of city nature. Color that I want in here, please. Thank you. The wind has arrived. Good morning, Ross. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Tired from morning errands and such. I'm gonna finally eat today. Man, you should eat before you do the adult things. Tell everybody else to piss off. Alright, bye Necromancer. I hope you have a good confession time. Hope it goes well. And remember, we love you. Bye-bye. Call this painting Tempestress. Tempest and Temptress. Temptress. That's the word that I wanted. Thank you. Mouth. My mouth is being dumb. Short break time. I should probably wait to do more on this painting until Necromancer is back on Monday. I'm going to take a stretch. Everybody make sure you stretch as well. And I'll be right back. Eddie turn. Truck noises. Maybe try and switch gears a little bit. I've got a bit of a headache. The weather is changing. Shall we do our weather check? Oh. Thanks for the hydrate, Neff! And the Streech! It's the dinos! Alright, what's the weather for today? 18 degrees! Feels like 18 with a high of 21. With a special weather statement. 70 to 90 kilometer per hour wind gusts. Oh boy! And it looks like most of September is going to be pretty cool. Wow. The outlook for September is going to be nice and cool. Nothing really higher than 24 degrees. Strong winds today. Wind gusts of 70 to 90 kilometers per hour possible late this morning into this evening. Strong southwesterly winds will develop late this morning as a low pressure system moves over northeastern Ontario. That's probably why I have a bad headache. Yeah, those are some pretty strong winds. Considering, I think that's EF0. Yep. EF0. Oh, that was the F scale. The EF scale is 105 to 137 kilometers for an EF0. But we're pushing that today. Our 90 kilometer per hour gusts are getting close. It's usually about this time of year that we have lots of really strong winds, and like mid-spring too for us. We get really strong winds in southeastern Ontario, southwestern Ontario. Sorry. I'll be moving to southeastern Ontario, which is still more north than southwestern Ontario. 90. 90. $19 is nothing. That's a light breeze. You hardly even feel 19. I went and chose some possible fabrics. Oh yeah, they're, like I said, they're just below EF0 range. We wouldn't have a special weather statement for anything really much lower than that, so. And anything over 70 is pretty strong. $90 will definitely knock over some stuff. Anyway, so I went and scoured the internet for fabrics that are possible for what I wanna make. I haven't done the full design yet for the new stuff, but possible fabric choices. These 3 are linen, so the linen, and linen. I think this one's a cotton. Oh, this one's also linen. This one's a cotton voile. I think this is also the cotton voile. This one is the black one in the bottom corner is really heavy linen, like very heavy is what it's labeled as. And then the really sort of slidey looking ones are silk charmeuse. And it's mostly, I'm just looking at the colors, but like the silks will be used very, very, very sparingly. I'm probably going to take the black one out too, because I don't think I would need it. And then this one is really neat, because it's a silk shantung. And so it's 100% silk, but it's iridescent between teal and gold. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, And there is something to using like really good fabrics for your design stuff. Like when most people make costumes and they use like a bias tape on the borders. Like this one's using a metallic vinyl bias tape, and like you can see it, it's like super shiny. It shows that it's not a natural fiber. Their entire costume, in fact, is probably polyester, except for maybe the trim on the collar. But even then, like in this picture, it looks more like a silk. But the rest of it has this polyester vibe, especially like around the hem. You can see the way it rumples. Nacho boops my snoot. Why is Nacho not here booping my snoot? Can't have the boop snoot if he's not here to boop the snoot. Yeah, like in the close-ups, you see it's possible that this is silk. I think they're using a silk shantung for the hanfu, actually. They might have actually spent good money on fabric, but the trim with this gold, this vinyl gold, is not. Don't like. But Arias did her bias tape. That little trim stuff is called bias tape. Arias made her own bias tape out of this really nice natural silk. And it looked so good. So if we go take a look at Arias' stuff. Oops. It's got this nice luster to it. And that's what you get when you make your bias tape out of something high quality. Oh, it's fine. Food is important. You can see she even used like gold thread on her seams. Like she looked so good. I didn't design her her crown, but she found that at Conquest. Somebody was selling them. They did an amazing job on them. It was perfect for her, and her scythe too was just like, oh yes. But that's the difference between like choosing a nice silk and choosing a metallic vinyl for your trim. So if I do make a trim, if I do make my own trim, my own bias tape, I'm probably gonna make it out of some kind of silk. I just made it out of this year I made it out of the same, I made the trim on the shirt out of the same material as the pants. And it worked. It did its job. It wasn't cut as a proper bias tape, so it, over time, it will rumple and sag and won't hold the edge as well as a real bias tape. Because when you cut a bias tape, the reason it's called bias tape is because it's cut on the bias of the fabric. Which is, you've got a piece of fabric, and when a fabric is woven, you know, you've got the warp and the weave, and depending on which way the fabric is made, you've got something called a grain line, and the bias is across the grain. So when you cut bias tape, you're actually cutting the fabric into diagonal slices, and then you sew them together at the ends. And that's what bias tape is. And it keeps things from, like, stretching and warping, and it just holds it all in place. Because there's some fabrics, you can have a piece of fabric and it will stretch this way, but it won't stretch this way. And that's called the stretch of the fabric, and usually things stretch along the grain and not along the other way. I hope that explains that. So you can buy pre-made bias tape, but it always comes in, like, I think I've seen some metallic ones, but they're never nice. As a matter of fact, they're hideous most of the time. And they're usually pretty cheap. You have to be careful whether you're getting polyester or cotton, depending on what you're making. Usually they're made out of cotton, though. But if you make your own, which I have a tool for that, you can cut it and make it without the tool, so you just cut strips. And a bias tape is a long strip of ribbon, and it's folded fabric. Like that. And what you're supposed to do is you take your regular fabric, and then you would fold the bias tape over it, and you sew it down. Let's see if I can, so that it pinches, and then you've got a nice clean edge. And that makes your edge secure, so that you don't necessarily have to hem it. What is your lesson on fabrics for today? What do you want to ramble about, Ross? Let's hear it. But yeah, I found like this nice tangerine linen that might be nice for what I want to use it for. Or I could go with like a soft peach color. I don't know. I'll have to get samples for sure once I finish the design. I think this. Here's the black linen. The coral and the black linen are unlikely to be used. It's also unlikely to use the teal silk. Just Gundam GQX. I think one of the character designers also did character art for the Pokemon games. Okay. Oh, and this is all that's left of Namos's collar. This is all that's left of it. I still have all the other pieces. I could technically put it all back together. Am I going to? No. The breakage fits the story of the world, where magic was going like crazy on the new continent. And so I've got like this one piece of hinge loop left. And I think I'm going to find a way to use that as like the connection point. So these are the color options that I have right now. I imagine that a lot of embroidery is going to happen. I would like to do an embroidery design specifically for this character, other than his Kamon, which is this thing. So that's the crest of the Demora Nation, as you guys probably saw from the Discord. And then there's the Dendronia logo. Which is... this. So I've got to see if somebody has a nice vector of that, so that I can get a good embroidery pattern printed out, which initially I had on the back, was gonna put on the back of I was initially going to put the Dendronia logo on the back of the jacket, which I might still do. I need to remake the collar. Oh, you might need to refresh, Ross. Yeah, you probably have to refresh. There's lag tends to build up on Twitch, so every once in a while you should refresh the streams you're watching. Dendronia. Dendronia is the name of our camp. Ross is struggling today. Wait, never mind. I did mean to say dendrobium, but you meant another word. Ross, I am so confused. Man, so very confused. Well, Dendronia is, in reference to, like, dendrites. And, like... what is it? It's based off of, like some, combination of Greek words. Is it me or is the volume lower? I haven't changed the volume. I haven't touched the volume at all. So it's probably just you. But, Dendronia is in reference to, like, trees, dendrites, root systems. Yeah, well, it's definitely gotta be you, because I have not changed anything since you were, last, saying things. I think the eepiness is catching up with me again. Nah! But yes, we have a couple of logos to incorporate. I don't know whether I want to, like, bleach dye, or embroider, or paint. I think it'll largely depend on the type of fabric that I'm using. The fabric paint I find doesn't really hold up well in the wash. And I don't know whether that's because it needs to be heat sealed first, but the paint that I was using did not say anything about that, but I think that's the case. Some fabrics you don't have to. Fabric paints you don't have to, but others you do. So I'm just trying to think about, like, what I want to do for the clothes, because I know at night it gets cold, right? So I definitely need, like, a cloak or ruana of some sort. And during the day it can get incredibly hot. And I don't want to wear black. Everybody who wears black at Conquest just ends up, like, feeling dead by the end of day 3. Don't wear all black at Conquest, you'll regret it. Don't wear fur at Conquest, you'll regret it. Which is why I'm choosing natural fibers like linen and silk and cotton. But too much silk, again, silk is very... Yeah, it absorbs heat like no tomorrow. It does. It absorbs all that UV radiation. I would use black very sparingly. I just took a sip and put my thing down, Aki. Thanks for the hydrate. And a stretch! I needed that. I also need some Advil because, oh my lord, my head is hurting. Oh, it's hurting so bad. It's like the last 15 minutes and it's just like pain. Sends messages. I'm just participating. Here. Like shackles, you're gonna... You see, there's a reason why I went with a collar. Oh, massages. I read that as messages. Head massages would be really great right now. The one benefit of going home is I could just go ask my dad for a head rub. He's so good at it. I need to catch me a man like my dad or Gregorius. A masseur. Professional masseur, that's what I need. But yeah, fantasy, having leg shackles, for one, depending on what you want to do, like if it's just like a big ring, probably fine, but... Oh, enjoy your nap in the shade, Aki. Tired and such, but a man, I kind of want to try and get some art in before I do a doctor's visit. Well, I hope that goes well for you, Ross. Yeah, fantasy, if it's just a ring on your ankle, probably fine. If you do any traipsing in any bushes or long grass, for any reason, if you've got like a little piece of chain on it, it's gonna get gonna get caught on stuff and you're gonna probably trip. There's a reason why I went with a collar. A wrist shackle might be better. And especially if you put plural on there, so it's like, are they linked together? Because not recommended. Absolutely not recommended. You realize that, like, everybody at Conquest is gonna be like, I'll take that off for you. Because slavery's not allowed. Slavery is not permitted in Mitrospera / Mythodia. Mitrospera is the continent we just left. Sarkhan is the one we're on now. But everybody will be like, I can remove that for you. That's what happened with Nameless's collar. As soon as people found out that it was a slave collar, they're like, we'll remove it for you. And he's like, but it's really super powerful. And they're like, Archmage! and then my collar broke that night. And I was like, well, time to take it off. And so I just let the game dictate what happened. And then I had planned to fix it. Well, I did fix it, and the plan was to continue wearing it as Nameless is like, I am free now. Well, yeah, but like, you're not a prisoner anymore. You shouldn't have to have such a horrible thing on you. But then my collar exploded. My collar exploded, and then the last piece broke in half, and I'm just like, you know what, the problems with the magic on Sarkhan are causing the collar to fall apart at a rapid pace, and so let's just make it work. And so Nameless is like, well, my magic could go out of control pretty fucking seriously, so I better keep this with me. So now it's becoming part of my costume in a different way. And I want to find a way to attach it so it's, like, visible to people who interact with him. You know, you can just see him at a distance and go, oh yeah, that shiny red gem, that's Nameless. You know, that piece of that collar. You know who he is and why he wears it. So he's gonna turn it into like some sort of badge thing, and I'm gonna use the loop that's left over from the hinge as the attachment point for it. So, I can't remember how much of a curve that piece has, but if it's not too bad, then it'll probably just become some sort of badge he wears. I don't want to put it on his belt because stuff tends to get lost around the belt sometimes, especially if, like, it's really rigid. It can snap, which is what happened, because I had the piece hanging from my belt, and I leaned against something and it snapped, and that's why that last part broke. But yeah, there will be a lot of people offering to probably remove your shackle, including Nameless. That's just how things are in Mythodia. But you can always pretend like it can't be removed if you want to keep it. I just had circumstances where, like, my prop kept breaking. And completely out of my control, and I had no way to fix it because everybody had already used up my super glue at the beginning of game last year. I brought a tube of super glue, and everyone's like, oh my god, I need to fix my thing. I need to fix this thing. I need to fix that. And I'm like, okay, use my super glue, Now I'm out of super glue, and then my collar broke. I was like, oh, goddamn. I wasn't planning on having this come off for a long time, but, you know, shit happens. So, it's off now. And now it's in pieces. And I'm like, well, I've still got this one little loop left, and so that works. And so that Nameless doesn't have his magic go out of control and blow up the whole goddamn world, he keeps the piece with him. Welcome back, Aki. And, so, like, the gem is the most important part. It's not the whole collar itself. The whole collar was just, it couldn't be removed because the magic on it was so strong. It's the gem that has the most of the power that prevents him from using his power. But because the whole collar is broken, it breaks the seal on most of the gem, or at least a small part of the gem. And because the collar and what's left of it is still attuned to him, it still helps him block his power. But because he's the owner of the collar, because he put it back on himself, he can decide how much power is allowed through. And that's how he stops himself from blowing up the entirety of Conquest. What are we working on today? We were working on Necromancer's painting. We got quite far with it. A lot of work got done, so this was last week. This is today. And now we're just faffing about talking about my character while I nurse this headache that is fast approaching, growing painfully in my head as the cold front in the low pressure zone moves in with his pain. So, yeah. I took some Advil, so hopefully it'll pass a bit. I'm just, talking about design decisions relevant to what I'm doing with Nameless. One thing I have learned nicely that you would think more layers would be hot, but I have found through experience that if your fabrics are natural fibers like cotton or linen is best. If you have multiple layers, it's actually a little bit more cooling, especially if your top layer is actually really light colored. It'll reflect a lot of the solar radiation away from you, and the lower layers will wick the sweat away and drag it in layers to the outside. If you can't find something fantasy, something that you like, the Bone Forge, which is a store, they have an online store, I believe. They have a shackle set that's LARP safe as a weapon, and you can use, and they're just rubber, and you can like slip them over your wrists. So they have LARP safe chains and shackles and stuff too, not just bones. It's where I got my coral from. So I've got a foam coral, and they've got like starfish and stuff. It's really neat. You know what I should do? I should send them that skull, that one fossil that the conch sent us. I can never remember the name of it. It's like osteo something. Dunkleosteus. Dark bones. I have to remember that. I should send that to Boneforge and be like, bros, you need to make this. Because I would totally have a Dunkleosteus skull. Maybe I should make my own Dunkleosteus model. It's a little baby Dunkleosteus skull. Oh, 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 no, stay, huh, eee! Oh my god, no, aww, someone clip that please, please clip that. That was the best one we've had so far. Neff, thank you for the hydrate, the posture check. Everybody unshrimp thine spines, give your neck a little stretch. A little gentle wiggle of your whole body back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. If you don't clip that, I will be disappointed in you. There were 2 in that one that almost stayed. The first one rolled off, and the second one, we managed to catch it. Can't do that with a PNG tuber. How you doing, Neff? I'm not sure Neff is even listening. Neff just might be permanently lurking. I miss you, Neff. Goodbye, Aki! Enjoy your nap. My little ribby. Yay! Neff clipped it! Woo! Just making a clip. Thank you, Neff. Let's just open the clip. I will feature this clip. Thank you for the clip, Neff. Clip is featured. How you doing? How you doing? Did you see that Edison Motors got their truck to actually drive? It's really neat. Have they figured out the problems with their laws yet? Or the laws being a problem for them? I'll have to co-op stream some No Man's Sky. Oh, are you streaming today? Shall we raid the Neff? Also, Neff, did you know you created your account on my birthday? I was just looking at your stream. It was like created July 16 July, and I'm like, huh. gets the most viewers during his co-op streams. I mean, fair enough. People like co-op. Harley is planning on doing some streaming. He got his White Whale gaming controller, and he's very excited about it. I low-key want to try stream together, but scared to. Kira, don't be afraid of streaming. It's a lot of fun. Plus, I have a PC to play on and a laptop to mod from, so I can play and still watch his chat for bots and idiots. I hope he doesn't get too many of those. Either one. Because, like, we rarely have bots these days. Yeah, I mean, like, I used to be terrified of streaming. And now I do it literally every day. Except for Saturdays and Sundays. One day I will have 2 monitors. And then I can play like 7 Days to Die with my friends on stream so that I can actually still see the actual chat and stuff and interact with people. We get a couple of bots, then we get a wave of bots, and then nothing for a few days. Yeah, I don't know, I just don't get many bots anymore. I don't know if the bots go for people under a certain number of viewers or something in order to try and be like, hey, you should buy viewers. Apparently, like, the Twitch changes have really hurt the bot companies. And they're like, oh, due to changes in Twitch, like, our services will be down for a couple of days while we figure out a workaround. And it's like, you find out that even all the big streamers, like the really big ones, they still buy bots. And I'm like, why? Wouldn't you rather have an authentic audience? They don't care. They get money from the bots watching advertisements. They don't care. And it's just like the whole system is set up to just cheat. And it just aggravates me so much. Like, I could cheat, but I'm not going to, because I would rather have an authentic audience. Fuck the bot companies. Honestly, I do very little admin, Hera. I need to have more redeems that, you know, are more exciting for people. I want stream to be more exciting, and I want Avarti to fucking work. God damn it, you stupid lumpfish! The game was rigged from the start. Yep, that's the whole of society, in fact. It was rigged from the start. And that's fine. Just know if you ever want any help, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Care about real viewers, but since Sean and I are both on disability, we have to declare income so they can deduct it from Maximus disability check. Ugh. Why do we punish the people who are on social services for making money so that they can get off social services? I don't understand why the system works that way. Oh wait, I do know. It's because a lot of people cheat it and they just want free money. Cruelty is the point, yeah. It just makes me so angry. Apparently that's like a high intelligence thing when you see injustice and you just get really mad about it. Because, like, you know that something can be done, but something's not being done, and you're just like... Rules for the poor, but not for the wealthy. Yeah. This is why you just use all the wealthy's little tricks to steal from them. It's so frustrating, because it's like, you want people off of disability, you want people off of welfare. That's not how IQ works, Neff. My mom sometimes is like, Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the ones who got his own. Which to me, at this point, may as well be, fuck you, got mine. Yeah. The whole IQ system is stupid and broken anyways. Revy? Come here, baby. Come on. Hi. Oh, big stretch for the long boy. No. No. Ted is average, it must be around 15. I mean, if you get mad at injustice, it's one of those signs of social intelligence. Another thing is, like, apologizing to inanimate objects when you bump into them. That's a thing that I actually do. Oh, we've got purrs. Yeah, Ruby's like a motorboat when he purrs. Motorcycle. Moto kitty. Hey, Ruby. I'm gonna miss you. As it gets closer towards the end of the month, I get more and more sad every time I pet the cats. Oh, he's got his paw on my face. He's slowly kneading my chin. Ah. The town's average is probably 6. Oh, wow. Alright. Sorry for the mic noises. Oh, he's such a baby. He's such a baby kitten. Another reason for Larktown. Just imagine a township of intelligent people. Yeah. I mean, that can be a hindrance too, though. A lot of people who like, know they're smart, also have a tendency to disagree a lot on things. What is going on here? What is this? Rivy, what is this extra bean that you have? Why does your heel have a... your front heel have a claw? Something wise person sees themselves something cool. They probably never heard of Eureka. Every third or fourth episode is an AI drone crisis. Oh lord. Me. Privet, your weird heel bean is strange. Let this thing get full and open your mouth to prove them right. One does wonder how far you can take that. In my experience, saying less makes people listen more when you do speak. And it's usually only something important. I mean, how far can you remain silent? Say a conversation, case by case thought. Livy is a very vocal cat. But only when I pick him up. I literally didn't say a word throughout an entire family Christmas party and nobody even questioned it, and I just kept talking. Wow. Belly kisses. Mwah. No. Alright, off you go, River Bean. There he goes. Drunk off to the stars with friends. Alright, see you later, Neff. Alright. I think I'm gonna end stream here because I've got the Dendronia meeting in about 2 hours. So I would like some downtime before I interact with more humans. So we're off sailing to other waters. We're going to Evanblur. As usual, everybody, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. Mara and I, welcome back to the stream. I don't know if you're still here, but it was great to have you back and have you chatting. I will see you all on Monday, as usual. Hopefully we will have some more interesting things to paint and actually get shit done, like today. We got so much done today. Friday seems to be the day of get stuff done. The rest of the week is just building up to Friday. But, yes. Hira, thank you as well for coming by. And to all the lurkers. Everyone. I love you, bye-bye!